Welcome to another episode, everyone. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Let's get right into it. There was a shooting at the Marathon grand opening, the Marathon Burger, Black Sam, Nipsey Hussle's brother, in Long Beach. Snoop Dogg opened the Marathon Burger in Long Beach, and they had a grand opening. Celebrities were there. And a dude from 80s, Long Beach 80s, I guess it's West Coast 80s, maybe it's the name of the gang, pulled up by himself. And he had 100 enemigos there, 100 of his oppositions or so. He pulled up set tripping, solo at first, dissing their hood, dissing the enemies to the 80s hood, and so forth. Now, things got heated, and about 3 more 80 members pulled up to support this individual, I guess. He ended up being escorted out by Black Sam because now the enemies that he's been dissing have had enough. Black Sam only escorts him so far, and then they get on him, and they're whooping these dudes, the enemies to the 80s. And then the dude, I guess the dude who was doing all of the talking at first, by himself at first, pulled out a gun and started shooting. Some individuals put out a gun and started shooting back, and he ended up getting killed along with someone else. Let's get into it. You can't even go get a burger. This is Poetic Flacco.
There was a mass shooting at the Marathon Burger grand opening earlier today in Long Beach. The mass shooting almost took the lives of a lot of people we know and love.
Okay, so you hear the shots. Now, this is P. Nice right here. He has a channel, right? P. Nice, he has a podcast, created players or whatever. This is him. He just did an interview with Black Sam a few days ago. This is him. He spoke on this issue. I saw it. He said something about it being false. I don't see what's false about it. We hear the gunshots. We see the shooting. We're about to see people laid out and all sorts of stuff. Nothing false about it. It was a shooting. This is P. Nice right here. Let's continue.
Shots are being fired right now. Shots are being fired.
What nice at, bro? I don't know if I'm shot.
Go.
You got Nipsey Hussle brother Black Sam ducking behind a car. You got a no jumper host, Barry Gordon, telling the police, bro, I may have got shot. You got a lot of people doing a lot of things. You even got P. Nice, our brother. He's walking up there. He turns around when the shooting happened. A lot of stuff is going on in that video. Here's the story that explains it all. So it's the Marathon Burger grand opening. You got a lot of people who's in attendance, a lot of celebrities. But you also got a lot of people who got no business being in a room with celebrities. These are hooligans. These are like lowlives. These are people who you can't pay me to be in the same room with. These are absolute imbeciles, gang members. They're also there. And that's the problem with doing business on the West Coast. Gang members are involved in almost everything, right? You have an establishment, you have a grand opening where it's a friendly family event. Here comes these stinky gang members, right, trying to ruin things. So what happened was, at this family-friendly event with celebrities that was supposed to be for the community, this hooligan from the 80s pull up. Long Beach got a lot of gang politics. There was this kid from the 80s, this little turned-up kid from the 80s. He pull up by himself, dolo. Now, he pull up, and he gets to dissing his enemies, because a lot of enemies was in the same location. So he's in the middle of Marathon Burger dissing his enemies. Do your research on who the 80s is beefing with in Long Beach. So he dissing his enemies. I'm talking about straight up dissing, saying diss words for him, throwing up sets, really pushing his line and really gangbanging in the middle of Marathon Burger. But he by himself. There's 100 enemies. They could have blitzed him right there, and there's nothing he could have done about it.
And clearly, this individual had a hammer. Clearly, he had a weapon. Clearly, he was strapped, pulling up by himself, and he's in opposition, an enemy. And I'm going to agree with Flacco. Do your research on who the enemies are. If he didn't say it, I'm not going to either, because, you know, this situation is ongoing right now. I don't even think anyone has been arrested. We see the police running up, and they don't know who to arrest. And they letting people go, and it ain't me. He just ran off. I mean, they don't know what's going on. There's a lot of chaos, and that was a lot of gunshots as well. But obviously, this individual, this young kid, as Flacco sort of just referred to him as, pulled up ready to go to work, pulled up with the blammer. But my God, everyone out there, more than likely, has a blammer. Everyone, every group. There are different groups out there. All of these dudes are strapped. Are you joking? Are you pulling up by yourself? Even if you got a chopper, so what? You by yourself.
Well, at least at the time they thought there was nothing he could have done about it if it's 100 of them and one of him. But now we know why he was so bold to do that as the story progresses. So as he's dissing in the middle of Marathon Burger, the enemies go over to Black Sam to tell Black Sam they got to get rid of him. But they not trying to disrespect the grand opening and disrespect Nipsey Hussle and what's going on right now. But bro is bugged out. He's wilding out. So as the enemies is going over to speak to Black Sam to tell Black Sam they got to get rid of this dude or else it's going to get bad, 3 of his homies pull up. Three more 80s pull up to the scene. Now they pull up not really understanding they little homie was just here dissing, bugging out, doing wrong. So 380s pull up. Now at this point in time, now when the 380s pull up, the enemies is talking to Black Sam, but there's 480s and there's 100 enemies swarming them. The enemies told Black Sam,
are we sure that these 3 other alleged 80 members pulled up not knowing what their younger homie had just done? Or did he call them? Or did someone else call them and say, man, your young homie up here tripping. Y'all better come up here and get him. Y'all better come up here and try to save him. Come up here and help him, whatever. I don't know.
listen, he got to go. Black Sam agreed. Black Sam said, you know what? You right. So Black Sam gathered his homies and said, hey, I need y'all help escorting the 480s to safety off the premises of Marathon Burger. So Black Sam gathered up his homies. Black Sam walked up to the 480 members and said, hey, listen, I appreciate you for coming. I appreciate the support. But right now, the politics is politicking. Y'all gotta go. We got an establishment and a family-friendly event to run. The 480s agreed because Black Sam told them, we're gonna escort y'all to safety. Where did y'all park at? We're gonna escort y'all to y'all car. So the 480s members is under the understanding, okay, Black Sam about to escort us to our car, we gonna be straight. Now, Black Sam, though, was not about to get involved in 80 politics. So when Black Sam and the homies that he was with walked the dudes out of the Marathon Burger, they was under the understanding of they're about to walk us to our car and to safety. Black Sam is under the understanding of I'm about to walk these dudes off our premises. So as they walk in, they get to a position where it's off the Marathon Burger premises. Black Sam stops here and say, hey, we not getting involved in Long Beach politics. This is as far as we can take y'all. So Black Sam and them stop directly off the Marathon Burger premises. They stop. As soon as they stop, the enemies swarm the 480s and a fight ensued. Now, it's not much of a fight. It's 4 of them and 100 enemies. They is ragdolling them. They is whooping them.
Of course, 100 to 4, you're going down hard. And I'm interested to know what you all think in the comments about Black Sam escorting them just off the Marathon Burger premises, not to their car, not any further than that. him saying, I'm not going to get involved in Long Beach politics. Y'all done came over here and did all this and crashed out, starting all this stuff. Now your other boys done pulled up. Now these dudes are very upset, and I'm not getting involved in that. According to Flacco, he was there with his crew, Black Sam with his homeboys, and I'm sure he was. He always has a little crew with him. He has a lot of individuals that love his brother and still love his brother and are going to protect him, are going to protect Black Sam. And given the opportunity, going to avenge Nipsey Hussle's death, as Black Sam essentially called for in an interview with P. Nice just the other day. So a lot of this stuff is still fluid and ongoing. But Black Sam is there with his own crew. He's not there unprotected by any stretch. But clearly he said, I'm not getting involved any further than this. I can help y'all out by getting y'all off of these premises and escorting y'all off and basically making sure y'all are not attacked up until that point. But walking you to your car, that's a bit too far, because as we can see, according to Flacco, these individuals swarmed the 4 dudes from 80s. They swarmed them as soon as they got off the Marathon premises. As soon as Black Sam and his crew escorted him off and turned and washed his hands with it and turned around and said, I'm done. I got y'all to this point. You're on your own. You came asking for it. And they swarmed immediately, leading me to wonder what would have happened had Black Sam continued to escort them, try to escort them to the car and say, man, let them go, man. You know, he got his crew out there blocking them. Yeah, he's probably putting himself in danger and his whole crew. These dudes won't act these dudes at this point. You're in Long Beach, bro. You're not at your hood. You're not at your hood marathon and all that. You in Long Beach now. This is our politics. This dude that came over here dissing our hood. We didn't even trip right then because out of respect for you and your brother and the Marathon Burger. But he went on and on and on. Now these other dudes and pulled up, etc. So I don't know. He escorted them to a point. And then he was done. And as soon as he was done, they were done.
So the young turned up dude from the 80s, he pull out a gun and he starts to shoot to get folks off him. But as he begins to shoot, this the problem with gang members, man. Y'all feel like when they made guns, when they made your gun, that's when they stopped making guns. But that's not the case because everybody got guns. So when the 80 member pulled out his gun and started shooting, the enemies pulled out their gun and started shooting. 2 of the enemies got hit. Leg shots though, grazed a little bit, nothing too serious. They lived. The 80 member who was turned up, pulling out guns, shooting, he died. He died. Now, he didn't die at the hospital. He died on the right. He died at the scene. But the shooting took place close to everybody. So Black Sam and his crew walked them like up to the edge of the Marathon Burger. But as soon as they walked them to the edge, that's when the incident took place. So the entire crowd was still near them when the shooting happened. And you can see when Black Sam is walking up, he's walking up with a dude that he's with who got shot in the leg, right? The gang members weren't the only one who got shot, bro. Multiple civilians also got shot.
Hey, he's right here. Sam's right here. You good? You good? Oh, shit. We got... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. They got him. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh,
Hey, you're mine.
what's up, my boy? Chilling.
Hey, bro. Weird ass dance from here.
Damn. Is he all right? Is he all right? popping right now. This shit active. Everybody follow and share it, boy, easy, man. This shit got crazy, bro. This is my first time I had to duck down behind the truck. I felt like I'm in the hood again. They dropped them up there, though. They dropped somebody over there, guys. Let me see if I could get a close-up.
I'll put this into perspective, right? You are fighting for your life, and they're putting you, on like a little stretcher, and they're trying to get you to safety. And the last words you're hearing as you're dying is a dude on TikTok saying, "Thank you for the gifting. Keep gifting, guys." Oh man, they dropped him over there. Now keep gifting, guys. What? Put that into perspective. Listen, man. Now, obviously, right, I'm not gonna just sit here and put all blame on Black Sam or put all blame, on Marathon Burger, because obviously, right, they're not to blame, right? Because if you want to have a grand opening, you want to have an establishment, it's open to the public, obviously, because you want everyone coming to buy your burger. But what I would say, man, this right here is one of the biggest reasons why you cannot build your business off of serving the community that you grew up in. All communities can't be served, bro. I'm sorry. If you grew up in gang territory, if you grew up in a gang environment, they don't deserve burgers. They don't deserve nothing to eat, right? They deserve a pistol and a penitentiary. That's about it, the 2 P's, pistol and penitentiary, bro. That's it, a pistol to kill themselves off and a penitentiary to get them away from us. That's the only 2 things they deserve. They don't deserve burgers and fries and milkshakes. They gangbangers, right? The only thing they care about is killing. So, but when you try to overly serve the community, when you try to put these vehicles for opportunities around people who don't care about opportunities, this is always the outcome. Snoop Dogg was there. Big Boy was there. YG was there. You had billionaires in attendance, millionaires in attendance. And now I can almost guarantee you, right? Like those millionaires and billionaires and celebrities left like, man, bro, I ain't never coming back here again, man. Nah. And also, we gotta say the elephant in the room. This is the second grand opening where an incident took place. The first incident, we already know, Black Sam had a direct altercation with a West Boulevard Crip, Rockstar 2800, saying, "Go get cracking and come back." Black Sam told Rockstar, "Go get cracking. Go commit a body and come back if you want to be a part of us." So Black Sam was also giving that energy. Shout out to Black Sam, though. Right? But, he's not completely void of blame here. And now you have this. So 2 out of the 3 locations had gang incidents.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be here defending gang bangers or gang members at this juncture, or coming down on Poetic Flacco for some of his perspective and some of his takes right now, as I'm using his content to bring you all this information, who may not know about what went on or what have you. But nevertheless, I will say that gang members too deserve a cheeseburger and some fries, man. I mean, they deserve to eat as well. And you can paint any picture and make, anything look worse than it is. Obviously, this was bad. I still don't know the second person that lost his life. They're saying that 2 people were certainly killed. And as we just heard, the one individual from 80s was one who supposedly started everything or came by himself at first and going crazy and all of that. But, I would say that I would not say that this is illustrative of gang culture or why they don't deserve a burger or why you cannot open up an establishment there. And then he referred to the first grand opening with Black Sam and Rockstar. I covered that some time ago. And Black Sam did approach Rockstar and he pressed up on him because he felt like Rockstar had not been defending his brother, had not been defending Nipsey Hussle. And he said, "This is supposed to be your boy. You're not defending him. And then you want to pull up to the grand opening. No, bro, go get up out of here. Get up out of here. Go take care of some business, then come back." That's all true. But that's Black Sam, and those were his emotions coming out. That wasn't a gang thing. That had nothing to do with gang banging. That was Black Sam, who doesn't gang bang, hollering at Rockstar, who he felt like wasn't honoring his brother correctly. Had nothing to do with any gang beef. So that's that. with that grand opening. And then with this one, this is, if there were 100 members there and everything was peaceful before this one individual pulled up, then you can't say, that the whole gang culture is just rotten and they don't even deserve a hamburger. Everything was fine and peaceful before this one individual pulled up, riling things up and igniting stuff and all of that, according to this here narration, according to Flacco himself. So it's not like everything was going along fine, apparently, until this individual and that can happen anywhere, anytime with any individual, gang member, civilian, non-member, it doesn't matter. That can pull up to a store, whatever, and start acting crazy. Apparently everything was going all fine until that point. So I can't just say that all of these gang members were just out there looking for trouble or whatever, but once this individual pulled up and started going crazy, apparently they still, held their strength, held their tongue, held their violence, did the gang members, the opposition, and just told Black Sam, man, get him up out of here, bro. This dude tripping, he wigging out. He got to go, man. We not finna stay here with him, but out of respect for you, your brother, the establishment, the grand opening, we not about to crash this dude. Just get him out of here. Black Sam agreed and was about to get him out of there, trying to get him out of there. And at this time, 3 more individuals pull up. And then Black Sam said, I got to get all of y'all out of here now instead of just this one. I got to get all of y'all out of here. And then we all heard what happened from there. Tried to get him out of there, or he did. Walked him to the point of the marathon exit. Turned around and said, you're on your own. I'm not getting involved any further. I got to pull out my weapon and my boys got to get all involved because now these dudes want y'all head. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It is tough. It's hard to defend any of this because, it does appear that it's like you can't do anything. Can't even have a burger. Can't open up. It's supposed to be a peaceful situation. I mean, here it is, Martin Luther King parade. There's violence and gang violence. This is a time that we're supposed to be coming together, having peace and loving one another and just chilling, at least just on this day. Just on this day then, man. Just on this freaking day. Can't even do it for one day. This is a time we're supposed to be honoring Nipsey Hussle, his family, his brother, trying to do something for the community, put something else in the community. I can't say, again, that they don't deserve a cheeseburger. There's a Jack in the Box and McDonald's on every corner in the ghetto. And this is poison, by the way. This is poisonous food. This is poisonous food. Do you know that the McDonald's fries have over 30 ingredients, but in the UK, they only have 4? The same fries from the same company. They're poisoning us over here deliberately. I'll get into that some other time. But they deserve to eat, bro. None of us are perfect. But it's hard, again, can't defend this. I'm not about to try to defend this. 2 people done lost their lives. There's a shooting. As he said, Big Boy there, Snoop Dogg there, YG there, celebrities there, billionaires are there. They just want to come and chill and support Nipsey. Wherever it happened, wherever it started, it happened, bro. Another gang attack, 100 on 4, a shootout ensues. People shot, people hit, other people shot in the leg and hit, people dead, police everywhere. So I'm not finna sit here and try to justify this freaking nonsense.
Happen. At what point do we say, listen, man, you can't serve the community, bro. You can't serve these burgers and fries. How do you don't even eat fries? Because fries is a gang diss, apparently. But that's the full story, man. That's the 100% truth. Now it's unclear, who the suspects are, who's gonna get arrested, who's not gonna get arrested. I don't know, man. But that's the 100% truth. Now, I'm being more charitable here, right? I'm leaving out certain gang names. I'm leaving out a lot of details. Because not only do I know who's involved, I know the names of the gang members involved. I know the name of the young 80s dudes who was in the building doing it. Hey, right? I'm straight. You feel me, right? I don't got a report on it, all right? And by the time this video drops, I'll be on my flight. All right? I'm filming this at 6 p.m. and my flight is at 9 and I'm gone. Okay? But man, this is terrible, man. This is terrible, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Also, if
it is terrible. You know. All right, there you have it. That's Poetic Flacco again, as you all know. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. I'm using his content to bring you all this story. As I said, let me know what you think in the comments, man. It was crazy, as we just witnessed it. Crazy shootout, crazy shooting. At least we got the backstory. Truthfully, I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know about the 80s and pulled up, and one of them pulled up tripping. Flacco got the story. You know, dudes from No Jumper were there. He works for No Jumper. However, he ended up got the inside knowledge on it. So I figured I'd cover it with him speaking on it. He seemed like he knew what was going on. But there you have it. He just gave us a story, man. And again, I'm not here to defend anyone's actions, or non-actions. I mean, it seems crazy. It seemed like everything was going along fine, at least at first, with everyone there. Again, if there were 100 gang members there, that is not an exaggeration, but whatever. Even if it is, let's just say it was a lot of individuals there, apparently from the same group. And everything was getting along and going along peacefully until this one individual, apparently, according to what we just heard, pulled up and started tripping. And even then, everything was okay until the other three pulled up, and then it just obviously went haywire from there. Black Sam did what he could, apparently, or did as much as he was willing to do, as far as he was willing to go to get them to safety. Got him off of the premises and, escorted him with his crew. Even that was taking a chance, really. And but when he got to a certain point, he said, okay, that's it. I don't know. Crazy. Let me know what you think in the comments. And then I just saw another situation, and I'm finna get into that right now next. I might as well tell you. Where the Rolling 60s was politicking at the not at the grand opening, at the Nipsey Hussle Square that was revealed. I covered it yesterday. Black Sam gave the emotional speech at the Nipsey Hussle Square. And now come to find out they have ample footage of some individuals. I mean, they out there deep tripping, about to squabble up. It went crazy over there. So grand opening then went crazy in Long Beach, with Nipsey Hussle's name in some way or another attached to this. And then at Nipsey Hussle Square, then went crazy. Can't we all just get along? Stay safe and stay free, people.